straight from Bangladesh. And now let's give you more perspective on this. And for that, I'm joined by Ms. Veena Sikri, who's been the former Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us at this afternoon broadcast. Now, talking about Bangladesh. Bangladesh was once the fastest growing economy, but now stands at a spot from where even recovery is barely enough for the country. What do you think who's responsible for all of this? Fake narratives behind Hadi's killing, or is it some sort of propaganda ahead of the February elections?
No, actually, the rapid decline and the destruction of law and order in Bangladesh has set in ever since the regime change operation done in July, August last year. And with the ouster of Sheikh Hasina by this group backed strongly by the Jamaat-e-Islami. Actually, the Jamaat-e-Islami has been calling the shots in Bangladesh for the last 15 months, and they are backed in turn by Pakistan, because it was conducted through Pakistan with the backing of the Western powers. So this combination has, if you recall, these were all the people who were on the losing side in 71, and then they think that in July, August last year, with the ouster of Sheikh Hasina, they can return back to the pre-71 days. That seems to be what Pakistan is aiming for, because they have introduced a real strong command and control system with Bangladesh. They are embedding their officers, Pakistani officers, with the Bangladesh army. They have removed all the restrictions of the last 54 years for visa restrictions, trade between Pakistan and Bangladesh, cargo inspection between Pakistan and Bangladesh. All that is gone. So now it is very much back to what it was earlier, together with the fact that now all these Islamist groups, because Jamaat-e-Islami, as you know, is a right-wing Islamist group, and they have got together all the other Islamist groups with them, like Islami Andolan Bangladesh, and these Islamists are also in the administration, and they've been, opposed by a lot of the people of Bangladesh who want to preserve the Bangladesh constitution with its focus on plurality. In fact, Sheikh Mohammed Yunus's regime was not willing to call elections, and they were saying we'll have 4 years to do reforms, and after that there'll be elections. But it's only the pressure of the people of Bangladesh that elections have now been called in February of next year.
Right.
But even in the run-up to the election, it is very clear that the political support of Mohammed Yunus regime and Jamaat-e-Islami is with the Islamist groups. And that is why the attack on Inqilab Manch leader Usman Hadi has been with so much anger and the kind of eulogization that perhaps would not be given to any other leader of any other political party in Bangladesh. And but still they do not know who the killer is.
Right.
And now Inqilab Manch is up in arms because they were trying to pin the blame on India. And at the behest of the Inqilab Manch, you had the Yunus regime calling in our High Commissioner just minutes after the attack on Usman Hadi, blaming it on India. We, gave a very strong reaction and said nothing doing. I mean, we've got nothing to do with it. It's entirely an internal matter of Bangladesh, and we don't interfere in such internal matters. So I think that while the Inqilab Manch kept on saying India, India, the Yunus regime has been forced to admit that they have no evidence that the killer had anything to do with India, or that he went to India, or anything like that. But they don't know who it is. Although there are some videographs showing that it was somebody who was participating in the political rallies with Usman Hadi himself. So it may have been some internal dissension and so on. So at the same time, as your correspondent has pointed out, we have the BNP leader returning after 17 long years. I think he left Bangladesh in about 2008 or something, because at that time there was an army-backed caretaker government, and Tariq Rahman had been taken into custody, and he felt that he was very badly treated. He said he was ill, and so he was sent off to London. He's been living there for 17 years, but still controlling the party by long. Now there's this huge anticipation, but also a huge security challenge, because as you've seen, the situation is very, very volatile, and the Islamist groups, with the presence of even state-sponsored groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, they are determined to seize political power.
Right.
And they have banned the activity of the Awami League. But the Awami League also is making a strong push for participation in the election. The government of India has made a very strong statement that in the interest of stability in Bangladesh, must have inclusive elections.